Hello there, Marianne. How are you tonight? Can you hear me, Marianne? I can't hear you. Marianne?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. I can hear you. You may not see my face on the screen because I have our devotional up on the screen. But when I take that off, then you'll be able to see me. Amalia was not going to be able to be here tonight, but I thought Marty was going to come. So if he doesn't come, then I'll start you over on chapter 9 in your book, because we have worked up to chapter 9, which is about weather. And it is on page 166. It has a picture. It has a picture of fall and one of summer on the first page. Page 166.
Okay.
But we'll do our devotional first. Have you seen or talked to Marion, the other Marion?
No.
Oh. She doesn't live close to you? Does she live near where you live?
I don't understand.
Okay. Have you ever seen her outside of class? Have you ever seen her besides coming to the English class?
Oh, I need to change the time, please. I need.
The time of the class that we have?
Yeah, I need to change the time, 6 o'clock.
Well, the other students have been coming and they can't change it because of their schedule. We don't offer another level 1 class this semester. How is it interfering with your schedule? Have you got your hours at work changed?
I want morning or after 4 o'clock. Any day after 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock p.m.
Well, I can't hardly do that because I have 2 students that can't be here by 4 o'clock. Marty can't be here by 4 o'clock.
You can class morning?
No, because they both work. They can't be here in the morning.
You can morning in weekend?
No, I just do this class once a week. I just do this class once a week. Let me think about it and ask Miss Judy if someone else is doing a morning class or something at about 4 o'clock.
Okay.
But I don't think there is. I don't think anyone is doing that, Marianne.
Okay.
Nobody
here? Nobody here?
Nobody's here today. Amalia has a little girl that had a birthday today. And so she told me last week she would not be here. And next week, we won't have a class because their schools will be on spring break.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of class, I'll talk to you because my daughter had her spring break this week. You know, you and I might be able to work together next week while they're not here. We might work this week and next week together, and then we'll see how it works after that. Let me talk to Judy.
Okay.
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 Okay, Mary Ann,
Mm-hmm.
since no one else seems to be joining us just yet, this picture has some writing underneath it. Can you read the writing that is underneath the picture?
Okay. It's number 8. Class,
No,
look.
it's here on the screen. Do you see on the screen the picture?
Picture A, number A, or
It says through the streets of Jerusalem. And there are soldiers and there's some people along the streets. And there are 2 wooden beams being carried by men. Can you see on your computer, your laptop? Do you see a picture there?
this one?
On the computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can you read what is written underneath the picture?
Okay. Then Pilate handed Jesus over to be nailed to the cross. Jesus
Yes.
was taken away, and he carried his cross to place now as the
It was
no.
known
Okay.
as the skull.
In America, this place
Aramaic. In Aramaic.
Aramaic. Okay.
Aramaic.
In Aramaic, this place is called Golgotha.
Golgotha.
Golgotha. John 19:16-17.
Right. So when the governor had decided that Jesus was to be nailed to the cross, Jesus was taken away and he carried the crossbeam that would go on the cross. The part that stood upright was already up on the hill, but he had to carry this piece up the hill. It was taken to the place of the skull. In Aramaic, that would be the people of Arabia speak Aramaic. And so that would be the language that they were speaking. And this place is called Golgotha. And that's where Jesus will be nailed to the cross. How many soldiers can you see in the picture?
I see that Jesus taken the cross.
Right. Okay, the soldiers, they're in red. There is 3 in red with the silver or the gold looking helmet.
Yeah.
There's 3 right behind the first man.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there comes Jesus, and then behind him, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only see the bottom part of the last 2. I can't see their helmet.
Are they camel? Okay.
The people there in the streets, are they helping the men to carry their part of their cross?
Yeah.
I see one hand reaching out on the side. He's afraid he's going to fall with it, and he might be reaching out to grab a hold, but I don't see anybody actually touching that except the men who have to carry the cross. Good evening, Miss Mary.
Hey, Carolyn, I'm sorry I'm late. I've got one here with me tonight.
You've got a helper.
Well, the big brother has already messed up we have a Wi-Fi thing sticking out of our desktop. He's already messed that up. It's been here 5 minutes. So I may have to, I was getting on here late just to tell you that I probably need to help Tom with these 2 children tonight. I thought I could do it, but it's just gone crazy on us.
Well, that's fine, Miss Mary. The only one that I have is Mary Ann D.
Okay, and Marty's not
he-
there?
He did not show.
No,
So
not Cookie.
I'm going to work with her on going over the beginning of the lesson on weather. And so
Okay.
it will be just she and I guess.
Okay, well, let me beg off this week, and then next week is fall break, correct?
Yes.
I mean, no, spring break. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I knew what part of the year we were in. I figured you'd figured it out in a few minutes.
Well, I'm kerbumbulated here with these 2.
Yes.
Are you ready to get down? Okay. Well, let me beg off tonight, Carolyn, and I will see you in 2 weeks, if not before.
Okay.
You're going to stay with the new member class. The
But
new
I
member,
have level 1
I mean, new member class in Sunday school, I'm saying.
for right now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Until
Well,
they finish whatever I need to take for the membership thing.
okay. Well, I'll check with you in a couple of weeks then.
Okay. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary Ann D. I'm sorry I missed
Welcome.
being with you tonight, but I'm glad to see you back.
It's okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. What do you notice about the streets? Are they nice, big, wide streets like we have? Or do they seem really small and narrow?
I see another man taking a cross, I think.
Yes. The street. Is the street a nice, big, wide street for cars, or is it a small, narrow street?
I think big.
Do you think you could get 2 Volkswagens in that street? I don't think so. I think it's pretty narrow. The streets were not very wide. Do you notice anything else that you'd like to comment on? I see one little girl, but most of the people I see in that street look to be adults.
Adults.
Grown-ups, grown people.
Yeah.
I see one little girl over to the left. She's wearing a blue scarf over her head.
Yeah, I see. 2.
And there's a lady with a basket on her head, and it looks like she may have bread or something in that basket.
Yes, I think. And woman, I think, wear green.
Yeah, there's a woman there wearing green. She sure is. She's very close to where the man is just passing by her.
And behind a red woman.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I noticed, except for the soldiers, their colors of their clothing is very dull. It's not bright and shining. The colors are very kind of faded looking. Or they wear darker things, darker colors. Okay, let's go to our lesson.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get us out of here. Stop share. Okay, there we are. Okay, so let's go back to page 166. We're going to talk about weather.
Mhm.
And we're going to talk about seasons. On the first page of chapter 9, it says rain or shine. And underneath it, it says, look at the picture. What do you see? So in this picture, what do you see? What is this up over their head?
Chain.
This right here,
Oh,
shine,
yeah.
rain or shine. Is the sun shining or is it raining?
Rain, I think.
Yes. What is this right here?
Black.
Yeah, that black thing, what is it? See, there's a handle that comes down here to her hand. Do you know what that handle and what this is over the top of their head? It's called an umbrella. An umbrella.
Yeah. Umbrella.
To keep the rain off of their head.
Yeah.
And they're all crowded underneath one umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, down the side, it's going to talk about what our goals, what we're going to do in this chapter. Talk about the weather and the seasons. Talk about what you are doing now. We're going to write a postcard. We're going to talk about weather conditions. We're going to plan for an emergency. Ask what someone is doing now. Understand a weather report. So if you hear the weather report on the radio or on TV, understanding what it is they're telling you. You came from Egypt. Does it rain often in Egypt?
No.
It's very dry.
Yeah.
In Egypt, when you do get a rain, is it a really hard rain
No.
or just a little shower?
No, little bit.
What do you do when you get a little rain shower in Egypt?
I think one time in the شو تاني in the season, all the season, I think one time rain, not
Oh,
all.
you only remember one time it rained?
Yeah.
How do they get water for their crops?
What need crops?
Their plants where they grow their food. Where do they get water to water the plants to grow food? Do they use water out of the river?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somewhere they're getting rain because you can't have a river unless you have rain. Somebody's getting rain. Is it in the mountains? Does it rain in the mountains? No.
I'm understand. I don't understand.
Okay. The farmer. Do you know who the farmer is?
Mm-hmm.
What does he do?
Elements or right?
He grows plants to get food.
Yeah.
Okay, the farmer takes a seed and puts it in the dirt, and a plant comes up and gives some sort of food,
Mm-hmm.
beans or rice or whatever you all like to eat. What is your favorite food? If you lived in Egypt, what did you eat most of the time?
I think the same here. The food, I think the same season.
Mm-hmm. So you get tomatoes. Do they
Yeah.
grow tomatoes?
Yeah.
And peppers?
Yeah.
Do you eat peppers? And onions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all of those things need water. They need rain.
Mm-hmm.
So where does the water come from?
Rain, but not. No, you're قصدها.
Not where you lived. Was it in the mountains?
الفلاح يعني ايه؟ اللي بيزرع. زمان يعني work يعني يسقي. طب ازاي يعني ايه يسقي ميه؟ حطها ميه. لين ورا.
Okay, they have to dig a hole in the ground and get water out of a well. The hole in the ground, they get water out of the hole in the ground.
في هول في الأرض بيحط المية ليه؟ عشان يحط على
Yeah.
Okay. We have rain most seasons. We have some rain in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
We have more rain in the spring. Okay. We have winter time. We just had winter time. Winter, you get snow and ice. Look at picture B.
Yeah.
Picture B, cold.
Yeah.
Cold, snow, ice, stick in the trees. But we also have, sometimes instead of snow, we have rain. Did you ever have snow in Egypt?
No.
Okay, this is spring. And what is she carrying? She's carrying an umbrella to represent that we get a lot of rain in the spring. And now, in just about a week, we will enter what we call spring. And we will have a lot of rain until middle of summer. Okay, if you look back on this picture, in the summertime, it gets very
Summer. It's very hot.
very hot. People go to the beach. They go swimming to cool off. Okay. We will get little showers in the summertime, but usually not very many. That's when the plants are producing the fruit and vegetables. But in the fall, we will get rain. The fall is, some people call it autumn. and the temperatures are more moderate. They will still have warm days, but cooler nights until winter. Winter usually comes just before Christmas in December. That's when we get winter. Summer starts in June. About the 20th or 21st of June, we will start having summer.
April?
Pardon me?
April is summer.
June is summer.
June is summer. Okay.
And June, July, August are summer.
Okay.
September starts fall.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, do you know what we're supposed to do this weekend? We are getting ready to have spring.
Spring.
And in the spring, we change our clocks. Did you change your clocks in Egypt twice a year?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're getting ready to do daylight saving time. And this weekend on Saturday night, you need to spring forward. That means you have to turn your clocks up an hour. Right now it's 6:30. Saturday night, you'll need to move it up to 7:30 at 6:30 so that the next morning you'll be at the same time everybody else is at on Sunday. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's see what our questions are. You see this number 1 in A, in the fall. Do you know what this is?
Yeah. 50.
Yes. What is this thing called? What do we take the temperature of the air, or what do we use to take our children's temperature to see if they're running fever? It's a thermometer. Therm meaning temperature.
Temperature.
Okay, to get the temperature, this is a thermometer. And it says in the fall, our temperatures usually run about 50. But actually ours run a little bit warmer here because we're a little further south than some of the other states. Our temperatures usually run really about 60-ish, 60 to 7-ish. About like it was today, only this is springtime. Now, this thermometer right here says that the temperatures in the summertime are about 90. They can go as high as 100.
Yeah.
And with the heat index, they can go higher than that. That means if there's a lot of humidity, it will feel hotter than 100 degrees. Did you have air conditioning in Egypt? Did you have air conditioners that made it feel cooler in the house? In the heat of summer?
Yeah.
Okay. This thermometer for winter says that it is around 20 to 25. Actually, our temperatures stay more around 40-ish. Now, further north in New York, Pennsylvania, places like that, their temperatures probably run about 20-ish.
Yes.
But here, our temperatures run somewhere in the neighborhood of 40. In the springtime, our temperatures run somewhere between 60 and 70 degrees in the spring.
Spring.
And that's where it's been running this week. Okay, so in the fall, our temperatures are cool and cloudy. If you look on page 167, you'll see a general description of fall. Fall is cool and cloudy. Winter is cold and snowy. Spring is warm and rainy. And summer is hot and sunny.
Sunny.
Okay. Okay, if you look in your workbook, this is in the workbook.
Okay.
Workbook. It says, look at the thermometer. Label it with the words cold, warm, hot, or cool.
Which number? Which
Okay.
number there?
98.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you 98 right there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if the temperature is between 95 and 110, that's considered hot. And they wrote hot in there for you.
Yes. And
Okay.
70 and
Temperature is between 70 and 85.
I think spring.
Used to describe the temperature 70 to 85.
Spring.
Well, that would be spring, but would you use cold, warm, or cool?
Spring.
Spring, but it's warm.
Warm.
It's warm, but it's not hot.
Yeah.
So I would use warm. You could say spring.
Okay.
Okay, 45 to 60.
I think
What word would you fill in?
winter.
Well, that would be fall.
Fall.
Fall. 45 to 60 is going to be cool. C-O-O-L. Cool.
Fall. Okay.
That would be fall, and that would be cool. Now, 20 to 35, that means the temperatures all the time are going to be below freezing.
Snow.
So that's going to be cold.
Cold.
C-O-L-D, cold.
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 Okay.
Okay, now we're going to use down here at the bottom of that page, it says
I don't hear you.
to match the seasons with the picture. So up here in A, where they're at the beach, what season down here does that match? Winter, spring, summer, or fall?
Number 2. Rain.
No, it's not spring. Where they're at the beach, we need to look at number 3. What does number 3 say?
Which one?
Summer.
No. Oh yeah, here, summer. Number 3, summer, yeah.
Okay, so we need to put on that little blank A.
I don't hear you.
Okay, A.
Number A.
A. You see the little A out here beside the picture?
Summer, yeah.
Okay, it needs to go number 3, summer.
Yes.
Okay, B.
B, I think spring or fall.
Can you tell that there are leaves on the ground? 4 is fall, yes.
Yeah, fall.
So the B needs to go for fall?
And C
C is, they gave that to you, that's
winter. Yeah, winter.
okay. And this one with the umbrella is what?
Number D, spring.
It is spring.
Yes.
And that goes with number 2.
Number
Spring.
2, yes, spring.
Okay. Now we can go over to these other pictures you were looking at. You need to have 2 words for each picture. Now, for number 1, what does it say?
Number 1, it's warm and cloudy.
Very good. It is warm and cloudy. So they
Yeah.
cross cloudy and they cross warm out. So number
Yeah.
2. For number 2, what 2 words?
Number 2, spring and rain.
It would be what? What's happening? What have they got over the top of their head? And number 2, what have they got over the top of their head?
Rain. Umbrella. Sorry.
Umbrella for what?
Rain.
Rain. So you've got rain.
Rain. And cold.
It would be cool, not cold. It would be cool.
Cold.
C-O-O-L, cool.
Okay.
And it would be rainy, R-A-I-N-Y.
Okay.
So we use 2 words. Now cross those out so we don't use those again, okay?
Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3, hot
Okay,
and sun.
hot and sunny. And number 4.
Number 4, cold and snow.
Okay. Question D. What seasons does your country have?
Now spring.
You just have spring and what?
Spring.
In Egypt, what seasons do you have? Do you have seasons or is it just
Yeah.
summer all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same season, but not rain. The same.
Okay, the temperature goes up and down, but you don't get rain.
No rain. The same season. Morning hot. Evening not hot. The same season, but not rain. A lot like American now.
Okay. Write your sentences. In my country, we
Right.
have 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Temperature changes. So you get temperature changes, but you don't get the same precipitation. There's no snow and no rain.
Okay.
Can you make those sentences?
Okay. Warm and cloudy. Right?
Warm and cloudy.
Okay. Spring and cold. Hot and sunny. Cold and snow.
Okay, but you don't get that in Egypt. See, your question for making your sentences is, in my country.
My country?
Yes, in Egypt.
Okay.
In Egypt, for winter, it is cold, but no snow.
El winter.
So can you write that sentence? It is cold in the winter.
It is cold in winter. Oh, outside today.
So can you make that sentence? Can you write that sentence down?
In the summer, it's sunny.
It is sunny, but it's cold.
And no, and hot.
Okay, in the winter? You
Winter,
said that you have 4 seasons just like we do, but you don't have rain and you don't have snow.
winter, cold.
Okay,
Not rain, not snow.
okay. Can you write that sentence?
Okay. It's winter, cold, but no rain and snow.
Okay, just write that. That's what you see in Egypt. So that's what you're supposed to write. You're supposed to write a sentence there.
Okay. It's winter, cold, but no rain.
Snow is S-N-O-W. S-N-O-W.
No.
And no rain.
No.
R-A-I-N.
And okay.
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 Spring.
Spring. Spring. It's spring. I
It's
think
warm.
yeah, warm.
Not hot, but just warm.
Not hot. Yeah. Warm, but not hot.
Okay. And no rain. You
No
said
rain.
no rain.
Yeah, and no rain.
Okay. So for summer, how hot can it get?
Summer. Morning is too hot, and evening is good.
It's cooler.
Yeah.
Does it get 100 degrees in Egypt? Does it get 100 degrees in Egypt?
Yeah.
Okay. Summer, I would put, 100-degree temperatures. Very hot.
Very hot.
Very
Yeah.
hot.
119. Yeah. Sometime.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana gets hot like that, but it's very humid. It's very sticky, and it feels hotter than that. But go ahead and put down summer, very hot. 100 plus. Just put a little plus sign beside the 100, meaning it goes over 100 in the summertime. So put summertime, very hot.
Hot.
V-E-R-Y, very hot.
Very hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Fall. Does it cool off in the fall? Before it gets to winter time. Before winter.
Before winter.
Yeah, before winter, when you're in the fall. Does it just stay really hot until it suddenly changes in December?
December is very cold, not hot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But how about October and November? October and November, are they very hot or are
No.
they?
No, it's good. Not
Yeah.
not hot, not cold.
About
much.
70?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so for fall, I would put down about 70 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
It's just warm.
Warm spring. 70.
W-A-R-M, warm.
Okay.
Okay. So now do you have 4 sentences about your seasons in Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think the same season here, but different. No rain and no snow. Everything the same.
Do you have any fog? Do you have any where you can't see where you're going?
No much. No.
Uh,
No.
okay. Okay. In your workbook, we're going to work on using some verbs. So I'm going to go back a little bit because to keep going, I'm going to put you too far ahead of the rest of the class. So we're going to work in your workbook, which has some review. These are some sentences. This is on page 100. We need to complete the sentences with verbs. Use the verbs in parentheses. So as you can see in part A, it says Tara, K-A-R-A.
Yeah.
And
Kara.
long blank. There's a long blank there. Underneath it says not work.
Is not working.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is not working in her office today. She's at home. Okay. So the
Okay.
next sentence says Carl and Martha blank. See, it already has Carl and Martha written. That's already on the line.
Yeah.
Underneath it says visit.
Visit.
Okay.
Or
So
visiting.
Carl and Martha,
Or
we need to use the word visit. Carl and Martha blank their daughter at college. So how would we say that?
I think
Carl
or visiting.
are visiting. Very good. Carl and Martha are visiting. A-R-E
Yeah.
V-I-S-I-T-I-N.
T-I-N-G.
Yes, very good.
Their daughter
Okay.
at college.
Bruno blank, and underneath it says not sleep.
Mm-hmm. Is
Okay, but so Bruno
not sleeping.
good is not sleeping. Very good. On the sofa. He is in the bedroom now.
Now.
Good. Let's look at number 4. Stephanie.
Staying is studying.
Okay, good.
Studying in the library.
Yes.
Ramon and Cara are not eating lunch today. They are in a meeting now.
Okay.
Kira and Rob are making.
And when you spell making, you take the E off. It's M-A-K-I-N-G.
Energy. Yeah.
Yes, take the E off. Okay,
Yes.
now
Dinner.
underneath this, it wants us to use contractions. You might remember before Christmas, we used some contractions. When we take a word out or take a letter out, we use an apostrophe. So unscramble the words to form sentences. So right
She's
here, number one,
Mhm.
it says instead of
She's
phone talking on is the, they changed it around and they put she's. That means
She's-
she is. But you
Yeah.
see, they put the little apostrophe up there because they took the I out.
yes.
She is talking on the phone. She's talking on the phone.
On
So
the
you
phone.
understand what they're asking you to do. So let's look at the next sentence. The next sentence,
We are, I think, or
okay, but now wait a minute. Before we put the R, remember we're supposed to use apostrophes.
where?
So look at what I've written. It should be,
W-E,
we're watching TV.
We're.
W apostrophe R-E, watching.
watching TV.
Okay, so we need to put in the contractions.
Okay.
Okay, so let's look at the next sentence. We need to make it with an apostrophe. The
And
word am reading a book. So where is your subject? The subject is I.
yeah, am reading.
Okay. But how can we make that into a contraction? Instead of saying I am reading a book, how would we write?
M.
Okay, I, and then we do an apostrophe with an M,
Yes.
like right there.
Yeah.
I'm reading
A
a
book.
book. Okay, so did you write that sentence, please, ma'am?
Okay. It's raining in Chicago.
Very good. So you have a IT apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at number 5.
He's
Yes.
reading.
Not reading, he's riding.
Riding.
He's riding his
His
bike.
bike.
Okay, the bike belongs to his, so it's possessive. It shows that it belongs to him.
Bike.
Okay, so he's would be, it would be,
They are
H-E apostrophe S. He's riding his bike.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see that? How to
Yeah.
write that? Okay, number 6.
There are THEEY apostrophe R.
Okay, THEY apostrophe RE. Did you get that? RE on
Yeah.
the end.
Raining.
There.
Yeah,
What are they
they're
doing? What are they doing?
raining.
They're running.
Running.
Yes, they are running.
Yeah, in the park.
Yes, very good.
She's SHE apostrophe.
Yes, yes. She's what?
She's wearing
Wearing?
a new jacket.
Yes, very good.
We are. Where?
Okay, when we have
Where?
we have that once already. How are you going to spell that?
WER
Apostrophe?
RE.
Yes, there you go. We're doing what? What are they doing?
Visiting.
Okay,
Our visiting
no.
in
Visiting our friends,
our friend
where?
in the Miami.
In Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you do C on your own for homework for next week. Let's back up to talking about foods. Let's back up to chapter 8 and do some of the exercises in the workbook from the food section. I don't want to get you too far ahead of the other class, the rest of the class. So we're going to back up. I introduced you to the weather. And now we're going to back up and get lesson 8, maybe, since I'm trying to catch you up. Okay. We're going to talk about some common foods, write about a note about things you need at the store, read a menu, order a meal in a restaurant, use food measurements, compare food prices, read food labels, talk about nutritional value of foods, and plan a healthy meal. That's kind of what we did in chapter 8. So let's look at the pictures on page 146.
146.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Number 1, what is this?
Bread.
Okay, it's bread. And right here in this circle, it says a word right there that describes all of these things together. What is this word right here?
Grains.
Grains. So what grain usually is in bread? Wheat. Wheat is the grain that usually is in bread here in the United States. Now, in some other countries, they use barley, make barley bread, and it's a very dark brown.
Yeah.
What other kinds of grains would make bread?
White.
Okay, that's wheat.
Yeah.
They just took the outer husk off of it, and so it looks white. But we get rice bread because my daughter's allergic to wheat. So I get bread that's made with rice. Can you think of something else that will make bread?
Bread.
What about corn? Have you ever had cornbread?
Corn? No.
Cornbread. Now,
Which
what
is
is in this bowl? What do you think is in that bowl?
The cereal?
Cereal. They use a lot of corn to make cereals like cornflakes. They use oats to make oatmeal and lots of other cereals. Oats and corn. There's a few that make it with wheat. Cheerios is made with oats. Quinoa, they can make quinoa into kind of a porridge. And that's a grain. Okay, let's look at this circle up here that is got a green. It's got a green circle up there.
Oh, is vegetable?
Vegetables. Can you tell me what those vegetables are in that circle? Like number 4.
Potatoes? Or
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
And number 5.
Onion?
Okay. And 6 is?
Couch or couch?
I think that might be cabbage.
Couch.
And number 7 is lettuce.
Lettuce?
It's leaf lettuce.
Lettuce?
Lettuce.
Lettuce.
We make a lot of salads in the United States with lettuce. Okay. Now, down here in the purple circle,
Okay.
what group is this in that purple circle?
Meat and beans.
Okay. That means proteins, because there are some in there that are not meats, but they are proteins.
Yeah.
So take a look at number 16. What is that?
Chicken.
Yes, it is a chicken. And number 17?
Fish.
Yes, ma'am. 18.
Meat.
Yes, it's roast beef. 19.
Eggs.
Yes, ma'am. And number 20.
I think beans.
Yes. Beans, if you mix them with a grain, if you have them with a grain, then they become a whole protein, just like your roast beef.
Yeah.
But you need to have both the beans and a grain to make a whole protein. Okay, what kind of beans do you eat in Egypt?
Protein.
Which ones?
The same protein, fish and meat and chicken and beans.
Okay, here in the United States, red beans are very famous down in Louisiana. Red beans with rice. They're called, some people call them a kidney bean. Here in Tennessee, they like white beans. I don't care for white beans. They don't have the same flavor to me. Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma eat a lot of pinto beans. They're a brown bean. Okay. And now I like brown beans and I like red beans. Now, some people from Mexico, Texas, New Mexico also eat black beans. Do you eat black beans, red beans, brown beans?
In the Egypt, we like green beans.
Green beans?
Yeah.
So are they real small? Are they lentils? Now,
Small.
some people call those lentils. They're real small and they might be green or they might be a light brown, but they're very small. And they call those lentils.
It's very small.
Yes. Do you have those with rice? What do you eat them with?
Rice is white.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Look in the blue circle.
Dairy.
Dairy. dairy. Okay, what do you see in that circle?
Milk and cheese and yogurt, I think.
Yogurt.
Mhm.
Butter also would go in that circle, but I think they put it in the oils. I think they put the butter over where the oils were because you can use that to fry with. So dairy, yogurt, it might also be pudding. You know, pudding has a lot of milk in it, but this is probably yogurt, cheese, and milk.
Cheese, milk, yeah.
Those are dairy products. They come from a cow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the circle that has red around it.
The fruit.
Yes, the fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me the names of the fruits? We're starting
No.
with number 8.
8, I use apple.
Yes,
9, orange.
yes,
10, banana.
yes. And then down here we have another circle that is yellow,
Yeah, oils
oils.
and bitter or bitter.
Butter,
Butter, yeah.
and this is
And-
vegetable oil.
Oil,
This,
yeah.
this could be corn oil, or it could be olive oil, or it could be any number of different kinds of oil that you use when you fry your eggs or you fry your meat to keep it from sticking to the pan. Some people use butter for that. Some people use oil.
Yeah, I used oil in the vegetable.
Okay. Which foods do you like to eat the best? So, do you like vegetables? And how often do you eat them? Like potatoes. Do you all eat potatoes every week?
Yes.
Do you eat onions every week?
Every day. I
Every
think.
day. I use onions.
Yeah, I'm
every
cooking.
day too.
I used onion in the every food.
Yes. To help flavor. To help give it flavor.
Uh,
The taste. To make the taste. The onions
the onions.
give taste. They give a different taste to everything you cook. Onions give flavor.
Flavor.
Flavor. If you take potatoes and you fry them with onions, it gives them a better taste, a better flavor.
Oh, in the color red and yellow and
Well, not just the
orange.
color, it's the taste. When you put it in your mouth, it tastes different. If you
Taste
fry
different?
potatoes by themselves, they taste one way. If you fry those potatoes with onions, they taste differently.
Oh, onions.
Yes, onions in your food. You said you use them in everything.
Yeah, I used the onions
Uh-huh.
in everything.
Yes. Because it tastes good to you.
Taste.
Taste and
Taste.
flavor. It tastes. You can taste it on your tongue.
Taste.
You can taste it.
Yes.
How do you make a salad at your house? Do you make salad?
Yes. And tomato
Mhm.
and and onions
Yes.
and
Cucumbers, maybe? Do
Yes.
you use cucumbers?
Cucumber, yes. Thank you. Yes.
Whenever I fix meat, like for spaghetti sauce or for Mexican, like tacos or tortillas, I use onions, garlic, celery, and peppers.
Yeah.
And I chop them up and put it with the meat because the flavor, what you taste, it changes the taste of the meat.
I make different cooking يعني the meat I make soup
Yes.
meat and like kebab. You know what kebab in kofta?
I don't know what kebab is.
No.
Is it a pepper?
Yeah.
A pepper.
Yeah. And onions.
Is it green? Is it red? Is it yellow? The kebab, what color is it?
Brown.
Brown.
The meat or no? Sorry, red. Sorry.
Okay, red.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Let me get some peppers.
Okay.
This is a yellow pepper.
Yes. I know.
This is an orange
Pepper.
pepper.
Okay.
This is celery.
I don't use this.
Garlic.
Garlic?
Do you use garlic?
Yes. I use
garlic too.
to fish.
Now I don't use it on fish.
No. I make
on fish, I like to use mangoes
mangoes.
and tomatoes and cucumbers. I don't cook them on there. I make mangoes, tomatoes, cucumbers, some peppers in a salad. I bake the fish in my oven, and when I take it out and put it on our plate, then I put the salad on top of the fish. I learned this in Florida when I went to Florida. Oh, Lydia was only about 4 years old, and she's 18 now. So that was 14 years ago. We love it on our fish. We almost never eat fish without the mangoes, tomatoes, cucumber. It's just very good. I like it better than the slaw. Some people take cabbage and they chop it real tiny and they put some carrot with it. Do you know a carrot?
Yeah.
They put cabbage and carrot and a little bit of onion, and they either put a mayonnaise. Do you know mayonnaise?
Yeah.
To make a sandwich? They'll put a little bit of mayonnaise in it, or they'll use vinegar in it for a dressing. I don't care for the slaw, the cabbage salad. I don't care for that as well as I do my mangoes, my tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers and onions on top of my fish. And my daughter loves it. we could eat that just right by itself.
The food Egypt is different in the America.
Yeah,
The same vegetable and the same fruit, but it's different making.
yeah, how you put it together,
Yeah.
what you put together with each other.
Yeah, the fish.
The
fish.
fish.
Yeah, carging and vinegar, right? And pepper flake.
Yeah, yeah. The black pepper, red
Black-
pepper, or white pepper?
No, black pepper. Yeah.
Black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I put on it to bake it, is salt and the black pepper.
Yes.
Now, because I lived in Louisiana, I also use a little red pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it a little hotter. Makes it burn the tongue just a little, not much, just a little.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are some other spices I use because I lived in Louisiana, and the Cajun people are part French, and some of them are part German, and so they have some spices that they like to use a little bit of garlic, not very much.
Mm-hmm.
But I just get my Cajun seasoning, and it has all of those spices in there.
Mm.
And so I just put just a little bit on my fish when I bake it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sure we do things differently. In Louisiana, where I lived, a lot of the things that they cooked were things that grew in their community. And so people become accustomed to using what grows where they live. That's why when you don't have an English word for something, it is difficult for me to think what it is, because I don't know if it's something I've not ever used before.
Mm-hmm.
But celery in Louisiana grows wild.
Mm-hmm.
Celery grows wild. So they use it a lot in their cooking.
No, I don't use anymore. What, Juju?
Okay. We need to work on some exercises about food. So turn to page 148. It looks like this. It has 4 little pictures up here at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a young man with a red shirt. So are you on 148?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at the pictures. Listen and read about Jason's lunch. Answer the questions. It's 12 o'clock. It's time for lunch. Jason is hungry. He is at the mall. Jason likes hamburgers. So he eats a hamburger. But he is still hungry. So he eats a piece of pizza. But he is still hungry. So he eats a taco. It's now 12:30 and it's time for dessert. Okay, out of that paragraph, where is Jason?
I think
Okay, it's in the story. It's 12 o'clock. It's time for lunch. Jason is hungry. He is at the
so he Hamburger.
He's at the mall.
Mall. Yeah.
Okay, you know what the mall is?
Yeah.
It's a place with a whole bunch of different stores, and you walk from one store inside the building from one store to another.
Yes.
So for number 1, where it says, where is Jason? What do you put down?
In the mall.
He's at the mall. M-A-L-L.
Okay.
How does he feel?
He is hungry.
Yes, very good.
What does he eat for lunch?
Yes.
His hamburger.
Okay, he had a hamburger.
Yeah.
Was that all?
And pizza.
Yes, and pizza
Yeah, and taco.
and a taco.
Mhm.
Okay, so look at the picture. There is a young man in a red shirt,
Mhm.
and he is talking to someone. I think it's a young lady, and it looks like she's wearing kind of a light brown dress with a darker brown sweater.
Mhm.
Okay, his name is Marius. Her name is Gabriella. Look at the picture. Marius and Gabriella are friends. Can you guess what they're talking about? I'm going to turn to a conversation and read the conversation for you. Okay.
No, number.
Marius
149?
says, Marius
You read-
says, wow, I'm hungry. Gabriella, yeah, me too. What do you want for lunch? Marius says, pizza. I love pizza. What about you? Gabriella says, I don't really like pizza, but I love tacos. So, who is hungry? Can you answer the question number 1?
Maurice.
Who is hungry?
Maurice.
Is it Marius? Is it Gabriella? Or is it Marius and Gabriella?
I think Maurice.
I think it's both of them.
The both. Okay.
Marius and Gabriella. What does Marius want for lunch?
Pizza.
Yes. What does Gabriella want for lunch?
بينامش الساعة 7. ماشي.
صحته هو عشان
What does Gabriella want for lunch? Do you remember?
Yeah, pizza.
No, that was Marius. He wanted pizza. What does Gabriella want?
Taco.
Tacos.
Taco.
So circle pizza for Marius in question 2. In 3, circle B, tacos for Gabriella. So listen to the whole conversation now, and you'll complete the sentence. The sentence is, Gabriella says, let's have.
Let's have pizza and
Something.
for
Okay.
lunch,
see.
right?
Wow, I'm hungry. Yeah, me too. What do you want for lunch?
Yeah, for lunch.
Pizza. I love pizza. What about you? I don't like pizza, but I love tacos. And look, there's a taco place over there. Sounds good, but wait a minute. It's not time for lunch yet. No, it's only 10:30. So forget about lunch. Let's have pizza and tacos for breakfast. So answer your question. Gabriella says, let's have pizza and tacos for what? Is it breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Very good. Very good. I don't think I would want that food for breakfast, but I guess if you're hungry enough, anything sounds good. Okay, listen and read the conversation, then listen and repeat. Wow, I'm hungry. Gabriella. Yeah, me too. What do you want for lunch? Maria says pizza. I love pizza. What about you? I don't really like pizza, but I love tacos. Now, can you say that conversation? Can you read that to me?
Yes.
Under number 3, where the conversation is over here.
Okay. Maurice. Wow, I am hungry. Gabriel. Yeah, me too. What do you want for lunch? Pizza? I love pizza. What about you? I don't really like pizza, but I love tacos.
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 Okay, now you and I are going to do a conversation here. I'll take part A, you take part B. What do you want for breakfast?
Breakfast. Pizza.
Okay,
Oh,
pick
here.
something in the blue box.
Oh, okay. Pancakes. No. Yes. Blue or green?
In the blue box.
Blue. Okay. Cake.
Cake. You love cake. You want that for breakfast? I don't really like cake for breakfast, but I love pancakes.
You love pancake.
Okay, do you see what we needed to do? I had said breakfast because I chose from the pink box.
Yes.
And so you chose cake, and I don't really like cake for breakfast, so I said pancakes.
Pancakes.
Okay, so let's turn it around. You be A and I'll be B.
Okay. What do you want for breakfast?
Let's see, the blue. I like steak. I love steak and eggs. What about you?
I love steak too, and I love pasta.
Okay. Do you eat a lot of pasta in Egypt?
Yeah.
What kind of sauce do you put on it? Do you put any kind of a sauce?
Yes, that's red, like tomatoes.
Red or white?
No red.
So you use a lot of tomatoes then to make the sauce for the pasta.
Yeah.
Okay. Look here on the talk about common foods, page 150. You see at a grocery store and they're checking out and they're listing things here to buy, but they've given you part of the answer. What is there that is 4 of? There's 4 of something. What is it?
Or orange.
4 oranges. Good. So you need to fill that in unless they've already done it for you. What is there 6 of?
Eggs.
Eggs. Good. Can you spell that?
EGGS.
Good. Yes. There is something there that's black. What is that?
Beans.
Yes. BEANS.
Yes.
You need to fill that in. Apple what?
Apple for green. Apple green.
No. Look in the container on the back that stands kind of tall.
Four.
It's in a jug, like a milk jug. Apple what?
Juice. Yeah, apple juice.
Juice. Yes. Apple juice. There's two of something that's kind of large.
Large. Onions.
Yes, the onions. Banana what?
Banana of 3. Yogurt. No, yogurt.
Yes, yogurt. Very
Yes.
good. There's 3 of something, and that would be
3 bananas.
yes. And 5 green something.
Yeah, apple.
Apples. Good. Now, the next thing we're going to learn is how to write yourself a note about what you need to pick up at the store. So let me look here. I think it's in your book, your other book. Oh, yes, a shopping list. Okay, you have a shopping list here on page 90 of your workbook.
9. Yeah, you know.
Okay,
Number.
page 90. Now, you'll need to read this. Read this on this side and fill in your shopping list over here. But down here on this plain one, it says write a note about things that you can get at the store. You can use true or made up information. So this one, this list is from this dialogue. And so you have to make your list here from here.
Okay.
This list down here is your own private list. Okay, I want you to pretend you're going to the grocery store for your family. How often do you shop for your family, Marianne? Do you go every week to the grocery store or just once every 2 weeks or once a month? How often do you go to the grocery store?
Yeah, every week I think I go to
Okay.
store Aldi or Walmart.
Okay, so I want you to make a list right there of what you're going to pick up at the grocery store.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know your children are getting fidgety and you're feeling frustrated because you're having trouble understanding and listening to me and paying attention to them. So I think we're going to quit for tonight. We've covered the beginning of the weather and seasons. And we went back and I introduced you to some of the information about foods. And you'll need to do some exercises in your book about the foods. If you have any questions about that, next week on Thursday, I will be available to you at 4 o'clock. We'll do a 4 o'clock lesson because nobody else is going to meet with me that day. The problem I think we're going to have is I can't take, they have to pay for the time I use on Zoom. And so I don't think they're going to let me do it every week. I will meet with you next week. If I show up at 4 o'clock and you join me at 4 o'clock next week on Thursday, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it every week.
Well, she was asking if you have a different time, she can
But
Go
see, that's
to-
what I'm trying to explain. The other classes don't even have enough people to keep going.
Okay,
And there isn't another time for this class.
okay,
The other students work during the day and they cannot meet at 4.
okay. It's only-
And so I don't think Judy's going to let me work with her separately by Zoom because they have to pay for this time that we use on Zoom.
Right,
And so I would be going over material twice and for one student. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes, ma'am, yes, I do.
That the class, because I have so many that work, and this is the only time they can get together is at 6 o'clock,
Okay,
that therefore we have to keep the classes together. I don't think we can start another class because we don't have but one. And I don't think they're going to be willing to pay for one student by herself. That would be tutoring her separately.
okay. So the class will be the same time?
Next week, because the other students are on spring break, they
Okay,
won't be meeting with me. I will meet with her at 4 next week. I will talk with the lady that's in charge of the classes, but I don't think she will let me continue to do that.
okay. So you will give her a text message or something for next week, let her know exactly what time was?
Well, next week, 4 o'clock, that's what she asked for, was
Okay.
4 o'clock.
That's all.
But I don't think I'll be able to do it after that.
Okay,
But I will go over these 2 lessons about the foods and about the weather and the seasons, and try to get as much done as we can next week. I'll get back with you and we'll talk next week on Thursday at 4 o'clock about if there's another class that meets either mornings or at 4 o'clock. But some of the other classes stopped meeting because nobody was coming.
right,
So when the students quit coming, they stopped the classes.
okay.
Because I had 6 that were coming pretty regular, they let me keep doing it. But
Yeah, but you don't have that much people no more.
yes, so many people quit coming. But Amalia and Marty have been every week. Raina has been 2 or 3 times, but everybody else quit.
Right. So we see what's going on next week, so,
Next week, we'll talk again,
okay,
okay?
okay, thanks so much.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. We'll
You're
see you
welcome.
next week.
All right, thank you, have a good one.
Bye.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Bye. You will avoid.